Hey guys, welcome back. Today's lesson is lesson 2. As you know, we left off with the landing pages, and in this lesson, we're going to show you how to build forms and how to edit forms. So we left off right here, and we said, oh boy, we have to change some of this wording in this form. Now we can't do it directly from the landing page because forms live independently. Forms are their own module, and you have to set them up separately, and then you can put them anywhere you want inside of landing pages, inside your website, in emails, wherever you want them to be. So with that being said, we're going to jump over to the form builder. So inside of your platform, you'll go on the left-hand side, you'll go down to marketing, and you'll go to form builder. When you click on form builder, you should have some predefined forms already in there for you to edit. If you don't, you can build them from scratch. That's fine also. If you need some help, you can always give us a quick appointment. Book a quick appointment with us, and we'll get on and help you with that. But they're pretty easy to do. So in this case, we're going to be working on the one we just looked at, which is COVID consent copy. In here, we click on it, and it pulls up the form itself. And on the right-hand side, you'll see all the different form fields that you can add to this form. And there are a bunch of them. And if you don't see ones you want to add to the form, you can create your own under custom fields. Okay, and there should be some in there already. If there aren't, you can always get in and build your own custom fields. And we're going to jump in and show you how to do that quickly because this form happens to have a custom field which needs to be edited. So you'll see up here, this is not a standard field right here. So if we click on it, you'll see what it's called. And it is a custom field. That's, you can tell because it has an asterisk on it and it didn't pull up any form data. Okay, so to edit this, you're going to go into a different section of the site to build these custom fields. So in this case, we're going to do a quick edit on this custom field. We'll go down to settings on the left-hand side, click on settings. And inside of settings, we're going to go to custom fields. This is where you're going to be building all these custom fields, which are very easy to do. And you can add them right here, top green, or there's a whole bunch of them in here already, probably inside of yours that you can do an edit on or copy them and then do an edit. So in this case, we're going to find the one that we were looking for, which is right here, COVID consent, right? And we just follow it across. We hit the pencil to do an edit on it. And here we are. So inside of here, it has what it's called, if we wanted a placeholder, which is actually what shows inside of the field. You could type in some wording like phone number or whatever you wanted to see, just to give the person that's filling it out an example of what goes in there, and that's called a placeholder. Okay, down at the bottom you have possible values. This is where we're going to change the text, right? This is all that text you saw on there. So in this case, here it is, and we're going to go in here and change the name of the salon. And again, we're just going to read through it, make sure we have, oh, here's another one. So we'll change this one also. And we'll hit save. And that will save that custom field. Now, if we go back to our form, remember we go into marketing, form builder, and we pull up that form, COVID consent copy. You'll now see that it changed dynamically inside the form, and it also changed inside the landing page that we built earlier. All these are connected. You don't have to go into each one and do an edit on them. So with that, I basically just showed you how to build a form. Now, if you wanted to play around with this, the form, all the fields are drag and drop, so you drag them where you want them. Okay, there are all different types in here. There are a bunch of custom fields, like I said. If you wanted to change the styles of the form itself, let's say you wanted to change this button color, we would just click on it, and you'll see over here has button color. So let's change that to, I don't know, what do we want to change it to? I think we'll change it to black and white, just because the website is particularly black and white. There we go. And then we have, I don't like that either. So let's give it a nice blue color, somewhere in the middle. And we'll drag that up. And sometimes you have to mess around with these because they don't behave. So Play around till you get a color that you're comfortable with. We're going to do a grayish blue. Perfect. Comfortable. Okay, now that will save it universally. Now if we wanted to change the name, we could come over here. It says COVID consent copy. Let's just change it to COVID consent form. There we go. If you wanted it to open a URL and a website address, when they finished filling it out, you would put that website address in here. And I'm going to show you the last step once we save this. We don't need to do this because we're putting it inside of a landing page. Okay, so once that's all done, now we're going to go back and we're going to go to where we left off yesterday. We're going to go back to our funnel just to double check, make sure it looks okay. And we're going to take a look at it here. And once this loads up, you're going to see the form changes, and there they are. It changed dynamically. The color of the button changed. One last thing we want to check is we click on the form itself, and on the left-hand side, we showed you where to get the form in last one. In this one, we want to make sure that the button actions on the form are doing what we want it to do. In this case, we're telling it to go to the next step in this particular funnel, which is the thank you page we built. If you have more than one step, you can redirect it to the next page in your funnel. If you wanted to do something differently, you could send them to a website, or you could use the action from the form builder, which we just saw. In this case, we're just going to say, go to the next step because we want them to go to the thank you page. And then we're going to hit save. And that is it on learning how to build forms and edit forms. So that is this lesson. Stay tuned for lesson 3, which we're going to talk about here in a few. And we'll see you on the next lesson.